Hello and good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. And also, if it's your first time watching, I'd love to know. A couple of reminders before we get started. That mug and other stamping apparel can be found on Stampersdelightshop.com. Registration is now open for my in-person or online fall retreat using the garden walk and So Sincere stamp set. Again, all the links will be below. My paper share is going on right now. You do have to sign up by September 5th so I can make sure I get everything there. Good morning, Denise. I want to make sure I get everything in. Also, Donna Gray and I have the Global Craft Party for the U.S. That will be on Saturday, September 23rd. If you're in Australia, of course, Saturday here is Sunday for you. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Janice. So let's get started. Also, I want to remind everybody my giveaway this month, at the end of the month, is a new paper trimmer. To get in on that drawing, all you have to do is place an order with me. And that's it. Your name is in. Okay. Here is my host code for August if you'd like to place an order with me. Good morning, Debbie. Thank you for tuning in. Today, what I'm going to do for Fun Fold Friday is I am using All About Autumn, and that's on page 42. That is also the suite that I'm using for my Fun Fold online class for September. Sorry, I thought I had the graphics up there. I don't, but the link will also be below. Hello, Donna, Sonia. Thank you for tuning in. This suite comes with the stamp set, all these beautiful dies. The suite also includes this embossing folder, some beautiful 6x6 paper, and then also the distressed gold and green. There's also some ribbon that goes with that. So if you're wondering what goes with the class, just look up the link when I'm done with this video. So this is going to be my last live for a couple of weeks. I'm heading to Vegas for the Stampin' Up! Leaders event and then on to California to spend some time with my son and daughter-in-law. I need that coffee this morning. Hello, Julie. So let's start with a couple of samples with this suite. Here is one stamped images. And of course, there's that beautiful embossing folder and some of the ribbon. Now, it does tell you what colors coordinate. I added the yellow for the fall. Also, I will have still shots on my blog later today. Here's another one with the opposite side of that designer series paper. The thing I love about this designer series paper, let me just show you. So we have some gorgeous scenes, and then of course the opposite side. So there's some scenes here like the wood, the books, maybe I wouldn't use, but the opposite side, like this is leather, the opposite side looks like this. What a great fun suite this is. So here, excuse me, here's another one that I did using that embossing folder and some leaves. I think I need some extra cardstock here, but there we go. Yes, I am taking some trips. Thank you so much. Much needed trips. Can't wait to see my kids. Here's another one. I just absolutely love this paper. I mean, there's nothing like it. And then one more before we do the fun fold for today. The pumpkins. And I love the fact that the suite, or the dies, have some sentiment dies here. Let me just show you those again. So we have 3 different sentiment dies. Put that there because I'm going to be using it. So here's another card. Again, I don't know if you can see it, but I used the embossing folder on that. Good morning, Joyce. So there's another sample for you. So for the fun fold today, I'm going to bring in some paper. Oh, I have another card, sorry. Here's another card that I did using the embossing folder in strips of the opposite side. These are going to be great for Thanksgiving, what you're grateful for. Okay, so let's bring in a piece of copper clay. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4. Save that piece. I'm going to open the paper trimmer up, and my blog will also have the dimensions. I'm going to go to 8 1/2. Save that. And I am going to score this at 5 1/2. There's my first piece. The next piece I'm going to do is going to be 3 by 8. And I'm going to score that at 4 inches. There is my second piece. I'm going to bring in my bone folder and get a nice crisp edge here. And then I'm going to bring in some designer series paper. Here is the designer series paper that I'm going to be using for this card. So this one right here, I will be cutting at 4. I love the trees. It looks like the Hudson Valley here in New York. And of course I can use this side or this side for something else. So that's 4 by 5 1/4. Just set that aside. And I'm going to be gluing that down right on this panel here. I'm using Stamp and Seal. You can use whichever adhesive you choose. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut from the pumpkins. And I'm pretty sure, let me just bring that in and measure that, make sure I wrote that. This is 3 by 4 1/4. So I am going to cut this down at 2 3/4. By 4. Saving all these little pieces to be used later. You ordered the stamp mug? All right, thank you. That is going to go right here on that flap. Leaving just a little edge here. I'm going to take this piece right here, and again, this is the 3 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to take a piece of this beautiful foil paper. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 2 1/4 by 4. I think I did that right. Let's just take a look. Yep, and that's going to go right here. I'm going to grab some of that ribbon, both ribbons actually. I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to glue this ribbon right here. And grabbing my paper snips since my other scissors are on the other table. I'm going to go ahead and add some more glue here. And I'm going to put some of this beautiful copper right in the middle. This is your favorite. I know this is such a beautiful sweet. When I come back from, excuse me, when I come back from my trip, we'll be on to Christmas. I'm just going to glue that down. And I am going to glue that right here. Now, the nice thing about this card, I'm going to show you a couple of things. There's two ways you can do this. We can put it this way, okay, or we can open it this way. And I think this one I'm going to open this way. So what I'm going to do now, you'll see another sample. I'm going to take this, I am going to glue it right here. I'll bring that in, and I'm going to put it right up to the top here, right in the center. And this card is going to go this way. The trees don't matter which way they go because they're only the top of the trees. Now I'm going to bring in some of those beautiful dies. And I am going to be cutting some. I'm going to use this large one. I'm going to use this small one. I'll use a couple different ones and then decide which I'm going to use. So let's just grab some of those dies. And I love this because we have doubles here. So I don't need those. I'm just going to use, well, maybe I will. Change it up. Okay, so if you don't want to use a whole sheet of paper, you can go ahead and use these pieces, which I've cut off. So let's see what I can fit on them so I'm not wasting anything. I'm going to just put those over here and bring in my paper trimmer or my die cutting machine. And I'm going to arrange some of these on here. I'm going to try the first large one. I think I'll grab this for here. We'll do the large one right here. Then we'll take the small one. I'll grab some of these. Maybe one of these here. And I'll save those other strips. Let's grab one more. Maybe this one. So I'm cutting extras that I'll be able to use. Running that through my die cutting machine. Taking this out. I'm going to put my dies right here for now so I don't lose them. And take all these little pieces, put them over there. All right, let's move this out of the way and see what we have here. So the nice thing about this also is, check this out. So I can use that foil piece, or if you flip it over, it's got those beautiful fall images. Just taking these out, putting these back so I don't lose them. Look at how beautiful that one is. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, loving it, loving it, loving it. And let's just grab these guys. Good morning, Teresa. I have a lot of team members on here. Thank you for joining me. I'd love to have you on my team. Just go to Stampersdelight.com and join the fun. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tuck this inside here. I'm going to grab some of those beautiful pieces and I'm going to start layering them. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to grab some liquid glue just to keep it in place for a moment. Again, it doesn't matter which way it goes. You could do it this way if you want. Oh, let's do it that way. And I'm going to just glue this right here, holding it down for a minute. I'm going to take this little piece right here. And with this one, I'm going to grab dimensionals. You can do it either way. That's what I love about this card. We're going to add that right there. Let's add a little green. Add that one right up here. I might add some more when I'm done. The next thing I'm going to do is take this die and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. So I'll do that over to the side. I have this piece right here. I'm going to grab my copper clay. I'm going to stamp with a grateful heart. This is going to go right here. So you can see that those beautiful foliage. I'm going to add some dimensionals here. Quick, easy, fun fold for you today. And that's going to go right here, gluing it right down so it's holding it into place. I think I'm going to take some more leaves. Maybe put that one right there. So let me grab a dimensional there. Good morning, Beth. How are you? I'm going to add that one right there. I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to take this piece of Very Vanilla. And I'm going to cut this down to 2 1/4 by 4. 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Grab a sip of your coffee. That's what I'm doing. This is going to go this way. I'm going to grab the I Am Thankful. Again, I'm going to stamp that right in the center. I'm going to bring in a piece of blotter paper. I'm going to grab this large leaf and a little copper clay. I'm going to stamp it off a couple times because it's very dark. And I'm just going to add that. And maybe this leaf with some yellow. This is Daffodil Delight. Again, stamping it off once. Very lightly. I'm going to open this up. Add that right in there. You could also, if you don't want to tuck it under there, you don't have to, but I just think it looks so nice tucked under. So we're just going to tuck that back under for a minute. looking for my gems, which should be here. Let's just see where they went. I might have those on the other table. I have so much stuff here. Yep. Oh, here they are. They're buried. Here are the gems that go with that suite. And these are the adhesive back speckled dots. I want something to show up, so I'm going to go with the green. I'm going to add a couple of those. Bring in an envelope. Just stamp up my envelope. And let's see, I'm going to grab this right here with the copper clay and just put that right inside there. Look at that. And there we have a matching envelope for our card, our fun fold today. What do you think? So let me show you, and it does tuck in back here. You like that? Let me show you the same idea, but going the opposite way. So you could do it this way also. And that one, of course, says, autumn teaches us change can be beautiful. And we'll just tuck that right back there. Do you like that? Do you want to see another one? Another card? All right, let's close up some of this. Thank you, Joyce. Let's see what else I can come up with here. All right, I am going to take some Moody Mauve. This is already cut in half, so I'm going to fold that in half. Thank you. Let's grab another piece. And I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to take that Distress 3D embossing folder, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss that over to the side here, so I don't make a lot of noise. I didn't quite have my plate. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, the paper is absolutely gorgeous. Look how beautiful that looks. I'm going to bring in some more of that beautiful paper. Let's see what I have here. I'm going to bring in this one. And let's see, do I have? Okay, so that's got all the different colors. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a couple of strips. I'm going to cut 4 strips. And I'm going to cut these at 1/2 inch. So I need 4 of them. Again, this is double-sided, so I usually grab ones that maybe I don't want to say I don't like. I love them all, but I want this color. I'm going to move that aside because I'll use that for something else. And then I'm going to take these 4 strips and I am actually going to place them in different spots. Like this. Maybe like that. So let's put some glue on these and then I'll arrange them. I'm putting glue on the whole thing and then I'm going to be cutting it off. You can cut them down first if you'd like. I find it easier just to do it this way and throw out the extras or use them for something else. So I'm going to start with this one. I'll go right there. I'm going to grab that like that. I can lift them up if I want to, like that. And this one, lift that up gently. Put that right here so you don't see the edge. And then the same thing with this. I'm just going to move that a little bit right there. And cut this one off now. I like to have the glue on it because it holds it down for me. You love the colors? Thank you. I know the colors are beautiful and the sweet. Cut that one off. Cut this one off. And then cut that one off. I'm going to then add it, I think, right here. Like that. I'm going to grab my dimensionals. So I will be back after Labor Day with some live videos, but you're going to want to check my Facebook page because I will add on there anything that I can from the backstage. It's a little crooked. I guess I'll leave it. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. I am now going to grab, let's see, I think I'll grab that same piece. And how about a couple of leaves here? I'm going to actually grab this one. And maybe the pretty peacock. I already have this piece cut. So I'm actually going to cut this out. Just like that. All right, maybe that side. All right, so let me cut that out. Put that right in the center. Grab the insert here. And I'm just going to use whatever I have left over, if I have a piece big enough. Just maybe this one. I'll use this one. And I'm going to cut that inside piece. Oh, you're very welcome, Joan. Thank you for watching. We're just going to grab that piece out here. I'm going to put that right in the center. So I'm going to grab my liquid glue. Just add a tiny bit of liquid glue here to hold it down. And put that right in the center. that. And I'm going to add some dimensionals here. This is absolutely a gorgeous suite. This is why I chose this for my online fun fold class for September. I'll leave that right there. Now I have these little pieces, so we should use them, right? Well, let me do the sentiment first. So let's see, for the sentiment, I don't know if I want to use the large one, but I might. Yeah, right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut one of these out with my Berry Vanilla. I have a piece here somewhere. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece out. Thank you, Molly. I know if I cut things off to the side, sometimes it's just easier than bringing that in. I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to do that first. Oh, this is going to go this way. So I'm going to grab that autumn sentiment. I think I'll do that in Peacock. I got enough of the Moody Mauve. So let's do Peacock. I'm going to go this way. Grabbing dimensionals again. Yes, I use a lot of dimensionals. Add that right there. Now I can add these extra pieces that I have sitting around so I don't lose them. I'll just use that little insert piece, put a little glue there. I never know what the card on the fly is going to come out like. We're going to tuck that right there. And we have these little leaves. Let's do the big one first. See, we have that fall piece, but I want that glittery piece. This one I'm going to use a dimensional, I think, because it's wider. Thank you, Molly. And then I have these two little guys. I'm going to put one down there. This I'm going to switch to my mini dimensionals because it's pretty small. Add that right there. And using up this one, I'm going to add that one right here. Isn't that nice? I love this technique. So I guess you got a fun fold and a technique today, right? Let me grab, take your pick tool. I'm going to go with, even though it's the same color, I'm going to go with the Moody Mauve ones here because there are some speckles in there, so you will be able to see them. Grab an insert. I am thankful. And then grabbing the leaf. Again, I'm inking it off a bit here. And then I'll grab this insert with the mauve and see if that should show up because I'm not going to ink it off. We're going to go right in here. And right in here. Yes, this is I know, this is such a nice suite. Again, this is the one we'll be using for my online fun fold for September. So the links will be below when I'm done. Bringing in an envelope. I'm going to do the same thing. Take that large one, ink it off once, and then do the same thing with this one. And there I have a matching envelope for my card. Sonia says it's her favorite time of the year. I know. I love the autumn. It's gorgeous, especially here in the Hudson Valley with the changing of the leaves. The only thing I don't like is knowing what's coming after that, which is the snow. So let me bring in those cards again. This is the card on the fly technique. I'm not sure what you call it, but I love it. Here's the other one that I had done earlier. Let me bring in the other cards. And again, still shots will be on my blog later today. We have the two of the fun folds. And of course, the other cards that I did. Absolutely gorgeous set. I think anybody that purchases this will be so happy with it. And I think that was it. My cards are all mixed up here. Yep. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's Fun Fold Friday with the two cards that I did. I will see you back here live after Labor Day, but don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Follow me on Facebook. I will be uploading what I can from the leaders backstage in Vegas and any specials that they have. If you're a customer that orders from me and you email or call me with orders, please continue to do so while I'm away. I will have my phone and my laptop with me. I can still place orders for you. And have a happy and a safe Labor Day in the U.S.